myself too.
I blame you. I think that was all your fault. That you showed up here and you messed everything up for the Power Hour. We got some audio cranking now. Plug in the mic.
Just plug in the mic.
Plug in the mic. It's plugged in. Why? No, we're good. We're good. We're good. It defaulted to some other garbola because we're doing fun stuff tonight. Anyways, welcome all you beautiful people. I am your host, El Bandito.
And I'm Aur3llia.
Joining us via the magic and miracle of the interwebs, the World Wide Web itself, we have Aur3llia from Aur3llia Games joining us. How are you doing tonight, Aur3llia?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. All right, chat. We got some audio. You guys could hear us both. We're sounding good. Then we are going to kick things off tonight with a very special, very awesome edition of the Power Hour of Love. We're going to be talking all about the World Wide Web tonight, the history of it, and like the top 5 best websites in history. All thanks to one man coming up with a great idea several years ago. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? So March 12th, the World Wide Web celebrated its 30th birthday, and you guys know what that means.
That's right, 'cause it's my birthday.
We're saying happy birthday to the World Wide Web, and we're going to be talking about it for a little bit tonight. But we have also got a lot of other fun stuff going on that we just want to touch on a little bit before we get into talking about the web, because I know we got a special guest with us here tonight, and as a kind of a thank you for her joining us, we got to give 5 minutes of time to Aur3llia and to her amazing charity that she's got going on over on her channel. So Aur3llia, why don't you go ahead, take it away, tell everybody about what you got going on.
Well, I am, losing my train of thought, apparently. Hearing myself echo. It's fine though. I am doing my charity stream this month for Operation Supply Drop, 8-Bit Salute. They are an amazing organization, and I'm so fortunate to be trying to raise money for them. We have a $700 goal. We are at $545 right now. We are so close. And if we make it, I'm going to be freaking ecstatic.
Absolutely, and I know that you had some milestone goals along the way. One, of course, being that Severed Astronaut was going to I keep calling him Severed Astronaut was going to dye his hair blue, which he unveiled last Friday as you reached that middle mark. And once you reach your $700 goal, which I believe you're only like $175 away from, if not less, you're going to don a rainbow hair for us, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be purple anymore, chat.
So the perp god is going to get a little bit crazy and going to have some fun for all you beautiful people if we can reach this amazing milestone. Now, of course, if you're not familiar with the 8-Bit Salute, what it does is it tries to get video games in the hands of deployed troops all over the world and active duty military men and women who may be recovering in hospitals and into the hands of veterans who are suffering with PTSD to kind of help them join support groups and play games as a way of dealing with their stress and anxiety that they have. So I think it's a fantastic charity. I applaud you for doing what you do, Aur3llia. I think it's great. And we want to see that goal happen tonight. So, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you have $1, if you have $5 and you want to throw it down at the charity, there's a link in the description of this video on Facebook and on YouTube. Of course, you can click our donation panel in our dashboard right here on Twitch, or you can use !charity and it'll give you some more information about it. But if you guys want to get over there, it's quick and easy. Throw some PayPal dojis out there and make the world a little bit of a happier place for the men and women who do so much for us and sacrifice so much for us.
I agree.
And I do got to applaud you because I know very soon, probably next month, here at the Power Hour of Love, we're going to be unveiling our affiliate status and allowing people to join us as subs and be able to use emotes and all sorts of fun stuff like that. And we're going to have probably a big launch party next month for that. But everything you do for charity, which I think is fantastic, that even though you meet all the qualifications for those things, you specifically just want people to donate to these charity events that you have set up. And I know that 100% of these campaigns you do, that money goes to them. You don't keep any of it. It doesn't get filtered into any BS. So it's pretty fantastic. So I applaud you for doing that.
Well, it's the least I can do. I feel like the world needs a little bit of love, and I have such an amazing platform where I can reach so many people and so many awesome friends, most of which are in chat right now. So I figure, why not just spread the love a little bit further? I don't need it. I have all the love I need because I have you guys.
Oh, that's fantastic, man. We're going to throw a little bit of Twitch love out there. All those beautiful people out on Twitch. We're going to throw a little bit of little bit of Facebook love for all those Facebookers hanging out with us out there, man. Look at Quad God joining us in the chat with some happy mayo. I love it, man. She has a fantastic emote. Quad God also did a charity event where she ate a jar of mayonnaise. And you know, people donated while she was doing it to encourage her and help her power through it. And I think she raised something like over $75 in like a half an hour just eating a jar of mayo. So pretty fantastic. I'm really happy that she took the time to join us today here on the Power Hour. Here's some Twitch love for you there, Quad God. She has an amazing stream. If you want to throw her a shout out, Aur3llia, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Because she has probably one of the zaniest channels I have seen yet out there. Where just today she did an unboxing video with a Bowie knife. And I was pretty scared and or impressed right up until the point when she pulled out her replica Conan the Barbarian sword. And I was like, this chick means business. Let's not mess with her. But getting back to some of the other fun stuff we've got going out today, I feel like we should do some other shout-outs. Or you want to shout out some other people you see in chat right there?
I'll shout out all of our friends.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you can literally say their name and shout them out, too.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that stuff, right?
Oh, my gosh. I guess I can.
Aur3llia, of course, normally works as our master moderator down there in chat. She's still feverishly working at it today, but you have the opportunity to actually be able to talk about some of these friends that we have in your own voice here on the Power Hour Love. So go for it.
Well, right now I see Kaimo and Demo, and I see Astro. They're all probably like my top 3 streamers. I have so many streamers that I love, but they're like the OGs. Chimera is an amazing, just like content creator. He is really just amazing at every game that he plays. He just picks it up so quick and just becomes like top of the top. Demo is awesome. He always starts the stream off with positivity and encouragement. He has amazing content as well, and the amount of comprehensive knowledge that he has about what he's playing is just insane. I don't know where he puts it all. It's crazy. Astro is awesome as well because he just has such a great, like, fast-paced, amazing stream. There's so many people. I want to shout them all out.
No doubt. Well, I'll help you out. DJ Napalm hanging out in the house. He's going to be on the freaking mixer soon, throwing down some beats and having some fun as he picks up his stream, doing some professional DJing. McPatches we got out there, of course, for us here at the Power Hour, the OG radio star who got us started doing podcasting and then moving on from there into this live venue and here on Twitch now. J-Dog hanging out with us, supporting, showing the love as always. Eric G hanging out with us, the absolute mad lad, one of my favoriteest people in the whole freaking world. I thank all of you guys so much for being out there. Who do we got? Tuscan Raider. That is such a dope name. I love that. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you guys are having some fun. But let's jump into another little fun tidbit that we've got tonight that Aur3llia is going to be presenting for us. Because as you guys know, it's March. And what happens in March? Okay, this is the web thing we were talking about.
The internet turns 30.
March Madness. Yeah, the internet turns 30. But it's March Madness, baby. So let's hit some March Madness. You want to do that? Let's see.
Sure.
Boom. Yo, we got X-Squire out there hanging out with us too. What is up, my dude? I loved he was doing some expert level Destiny 2 action the other night where he was like 17 levels under the like match he was playing and was just like, oh, just so close to the end every time that I was like, dude, I cannot believe you're pulling that off, dude. Absolute baller. Thank you for joining us. He puts the sad Pepe in chat. I love it. Oh, man. Rich is out there joining us. Thank you so much, my dude. All right, let's see what we got here. We have got to get back to where we were. March Madness. All right, here we go, guys. So, Aur3llia, you know, I know that you are a super huge basketball fan, right?
I love basketball.
So, what do you think of us doing our March Madness video game edition here in the Munch of March? The Marchy Munch. Can you tell I don't eat before I stream?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I thought that was an amazing idea. It was really cool that you guys let them participate and do their own like brackets. It was pretty sweet, and I liked how you picked like really like popular games for the time. Super
Absolutely,
sweet.
Man. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people jazzed about this, and what we did was we took a bunch of exclusive games and pitted them head to head, right? So Xbox exclusives versus PlayStation versus Nintendo Switch. And then we threw in 2 wild cards, right? 2 games that you could play on anything. Last week, you guys were able to join us at the end of our show where we played Skyrim on the Alexa. And it was like a choose-your-own-adventure story mode game. Super cool that you can play that game everywhere. Same thing with Fortnite, that you can play on so many platforms, including mobile. So they were our 2 wild cards, and we pitted the 8 of them up against each other in a bracket that's going to dwindle down for the next few weeks. And we're going to choose the number 1 Power Hour Love, Legion of Love, absolute favorite exclusive game, or perhaps wild card game of 2019. And whatever the winning game is next month, for Aur3llia's new charity, we're going to do a charity stream dedicated to just that game. So we'll be playing it one day, and the more votes we get, the longer we're going to play the game. So if we get, we haven't quite figured it out because we got so many votes that we're like, we can't do that by hour because it'll be like 4 days that we're like streaming. But we're going to figure something out. But guys, the point being, ! Vote in the chat, and you can head on over and vote in round 2. But Aur3llia is going to tell you right now the winners of the first round. Why don't you go for it?
All right. So we voted Sea of Thieves versus God of War.
And the winner
was Sea of Thieves.
Oh, man. All right, up
In
next.
the next round, we had Halo 5 versus Fortnite. And the winner was Halo 5.
Oh, see, that was a close one, too. This thing was like devastating. It was more than 2-1 voting for Halo. Fortnite got crushed, man. I feel bad.
Yes, it was pretty intense. I like that some people are so passionate about Fortnite and then other people just do not like Fortnite, but I think the results stand for themselves.
I have to say, this chat is absolutely flying by on me, guys. There's a bunch of people saying hi out here to Aur3llia for the first time ever. I know a lot of our Facebook fans are excited to see you. A lot of people throwing me some birthday love out there. So, yeah, if you didn't notice, today's also my birthday, too. I try not to brag, but you know what?
That's right, 'cause it's my birthday, birthday.
Why not? I'll throw me a little bit of birthday love, too.
Do it.
Thank you guys so much.
like my poor Fortnite. And then we had Zelda Breath of the Wild versus Spider-Man.
Yes.
And the winner was Zelda.
Ah, shot through the heart. I'm such a comic book fan, guys. You let me down on this one. No, it's okay. It only lost by 1 vote. So
It's true.
I get it. It's all good. All right, and coming in on our final bracket.
The final bracket, Skyrim versus Smash. The winner was Skyrim.
Skyrim. Oh, the classic. Man, that game has been out for, geez, when did that come out? Like 2010 or something?
Not that long ago.
Not
There's
that
no
long
way.
ago? I don't
Hold on,
know,
I'll
man.
Google
That's an
it.
old game. Maybe 13? Skyrim, man. Dude.
I was actually 2011. You weren't that far off.
Okay.
I was kind of surprised by the results of this just because Smash is like such a huge thing. There's like leagues for it and everything. But I guess people just really got invested in the single player aspect of Skyrim.
No doubt. Well, I think just like the iconicness of that game. You know, like everyone has played it. Like I have not talked to a person yet that's like, I haven't tried Skyrim, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
But the God of War and Sea of Thieves one, that one almost seems like that's our audience just piping that in, because God of War is like up for like Game of the Year and stuff like that. You know, so
I know.
I was really surprised. It got pretty crunched by Sea of Thieves. But again,
it did.
Just so you guys know, when you vote, if you want to use, you can use any criteria you want. But if you want to use the fact that you'll get to see us play it on stream, feel free to use that as your voting method. Thank you, Aur3llia, for dropping that in the chat. Go ahead and click that link. You guys can head over there. It's kind of a chintzy little freebie website thing that we found. You just click a couple votes, you'll be on your way. And then next week, we'll be down to the last 2 winners. DJ Napalm, thank you so much for voting. Quad God coming in with the squid arm out there. I appreciate it. In tonight's bracket and running for the next week, if you guys want to share that voting page around, we have got round 2, and who's going head to head, Aur3llia?
Sea of Thieves versus Halo 5 and Zelda versus Skyrim.
Man, now see, I think like we let the website, it chooses at random who to pair up for the next bracket, right? So the fact that it paired The Legend of Zelda and Skyrim, to me, was so cool, because I talked to so many people that are like, the Breath of the Wild is kind of like Skyrim, but with Zelda stuff. So I'm like, man, that's going to be like splitting hairs for, I think, a lot of people as to which game is really better because they're both so close to each other in a lot of ways. So pretty interesting stuff. But I'm glad you guys are so excited about March Madness. I'm super excited about it. Thank you guys for voting. We hope you're having some fun, and we're going to roll right in to talking about the World Wide Web. What do you think of that, Aur3llia?
I think I'm very excited. Chat, are you excited? Let's get some emojis.
Heck
I
yeah.
can say that now. Get some emojis in chat right now. It's weird to be able to talk to chat. Hi, chat.
I know. Well,
Hi,
hey,
Facebook.
isn't it weird to be able to talk to me? Like just during the show?
Give me a high five. Bam. Oh, fuck. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
POS.
PG-13 over here. No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
PG-13,
that was our one.
you can get away with most cuss words and only one F word. So reserve.
So I just ruined it.
No, did you use the F word?
I did.
Oh, man. That's our one F word. It's okay. You're like, damn it. I really wanted to say fuck tonight. Oh, we already blew it. Okay, whatever. Don't worry about it. All right. So we're talking a little bit about the World Wide Web. Aur3llia, are you a fan of the World Wide Web?
I live my life on the web. So if I didn't have the web, I would go crazy. I was out of power for 3 days, not 3 days, holy cow, 3 hours, and I thought I was going to die because I didn't have Wi-Fi. I was like, what am I going to do? I need to go to Starbucks? Like, how am I going to watch Twitch?
Dude, when you get to the hotel and you're like, I don't have a phone charger. That's like the most intense feeling in the universe. I need to go to a gas station now. So, no, I totally feel you. The World Wide Web has absolutely changed the world as we know it. So it's really cool to be able to celebrate it. And its 30th birthday that just passed last week. Of course, it's 1989 that, well, we'll go to a slide here. Look at this. Bam.
You should bump our mics a little bit.
Bump them up a bit?
According to demo.
Let's see. Aur3llia and Power of Love. I think the mic volume could get... Oh, damn. I'm going to whack it in my face. Shut up, dude. What, you know what happened to our mics? I know what happened to our mics. You know? Because someone was using it as an ice cream cone earlier.
I was. Look, guys.
And then you're damaging all of my expensive, sensitive equipment, you know? All right, let me know if that's a little better for you guys there. That's what she says.
Much better. Thank you, Chi. Oh, Charboil's in the chat. Get some emojis in chat for Char.
Absolutely, man. For anyone who didn't notice, Senior Boyle didn't just morph into an amazingly gorgeous woman for tonight. He is actually on vacation celebrating spring break, not in Florida, which is kind of a smart idea because if you've been to as many spring breaks in Florida as we have, you realize like at our age, they're getting a little deadly, you know? But no, he's having some fun out there, man. If you guys want to check our dashboard and follow us on Facebook, you can find out the action from where he's going. I think I saw him yesterday at south of the border up there on that North Carolina, South Carolina giant tourist trap up there having some fun. So super cool. But all right, we've got Tim Berners-Lee here who submitted a proposal with the dreary title Information Management on March 12th, 1989. Right? He submitted this to his superiors at the European Physics Laboratory in CERN, Geneva. What happened? Did you fall asleep already? Am I boring?
I mean, I heard paper and I just tuned out.
All right. So for those of you guys who don't know, the internet and the World Wide Web are two different things. The internet has been around in one form or another since basically the 1960s because the internet is basically the transfer of information between computers, right? But the World Wide Web, right, the www that we see at the beginning of most web pages, or every web page, you know, is different, right? It's a system of resources, including web pages, uniform resource locators, more commonly known as URLs, that help us access and connect to different parts of the internet, basically different people and stuff like that. Basically, in its most basic sense, is kind of the organizational system behind websites. Hooray, websites.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Xsquire donated $20 and Mr. Fusion donated $5.
Oh my gosh, you guys are the best.
Thank you guys so much.
Look at that. Throw down some charity hype. We're going to get one for each. Thank you guys,
Thank you
so
guys
much.
so much.
It really means a lot. It's a wonderful charity. We absolutely appreciate it. Again, our dashboard here on the Power Hour links to Aur3llia's charity campaign that she's running all through the month of March. I said month of March again.
Hey, it's because I'm here. I'm just derailing the entire Power Hour right now.
I'm serious. You know what it is? You're here, and now I'm thinking about honey pizza, and I'm just like, no.
I love honey pizza.
So basically websites, right? I know the queen of scuff stream is going to show up and just derail the Power Hour.
That's what I'm here for.
All right. So we actually reached an epic milestone just over the past few months regarding the World Wide Web. Did you happen to catch that, Aur3llia?
No. Tell me more.
You got it. Well, what we did was we finally reached the point where 50% of the world is able to access the internet for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah.
50%?
50% of the world.
That's insane. That's 3 billion people.
Yep. Like 3.5 billion people.
That's like math amount of people.
Well, that means, of course, that more people than ever are connected to each other, which is fantastic. That's basically the original idea of what the World Wide Web was, right? That information management was basically a way for Tim Berners-Lee and his colleagues to be able to share information back and forth on the projects they were working at CERN, a way to organize the package so that each computer could download it and show it in a proper manner so that everyone was kind of on the same page, right? But what's interesting is that you find now, 30 years later, that Tim Berners-Lee is tirelessly working with the World Wide Web Foundation on improving his idea, which he feels is being grossly misused in a number of ways, right? So he's not exactly super happy with what's been going on with the internet lately, right? So we're going to run through just a couple of things that he talks about and wants to improve on the internet, and we can all actually have a part in making a little bit better. You know, Samio coming in with Munch of March too strong. I don't know if he put the strong on purpose just to make me not feel so bad. You know?
Definitely on purpose.
Okay, is that a meme I don't know? Now I embarrassed myself again.
We'll
Let's
talk about
move
it later.
on.
It's okay.
Let's move on. Okay, so we got to look at the good and bad parts of the internet, right? So there's good stuff. There's ways to solve a lot of these problems, but a lot of them are kind of considered bad, especially in the eyes of the World Wide Web's creator. Because again, he didn't patent this idea or anything. It's why it's so widely used and so widely popular, because it's available for free to everyone, right? So his first major gripe with the internet was that he wanted it to be a free way to connect with his fellow colleagues and with people all over the world. Right? So nowadays, he looks at the fact that we have to pay for data, and he's not exactly super thrilled about that. How do you feel about paying for data, Aur3llia?
I don't know. So I've heard a couple of arguments going around where, like, if you pay for, like, data, or let's say, like, the internet was, like, pay by month, right? But you don't get ads, then more people would be, like, amenable to paying for the internet, right? Or paying for data. But on the flip side, then that's where you get into the, like, kind of where we're at now. You have ads, you have all that kind of jazz, and it's just like 2.5 and a dozen in the other, you know?
Well, we do, but consider the fact that a website will host ads so that that website gets paid to create more content, right? But like Comcast, for example, just random example, not like I use them, right? Random example, Comcast charges you just to be able to look at those ads in the first place. So that's the data that you're paying for that he kind of doesn't agree with, is the fact that just to access the internet, you have to pay for a certain amount of data. And a lot of us feel like when we pay a service provider that we're paying a flat fee and then getting access to all the internet we want. But any service provider has a cap on the data that you're allowed to use. I found that out when I joined Twitch and started watching 8 streams at a time that stream in 60p, and I completely crunched like triple my data plan in like a month. And I was like, wow, cool. You know? So
it happens.
Yeah, that whole concept, and it's very similar to how we pay on our phones. But like when you buy it monthly from like Comcast or something like that, you're usually buying like giant terabyte packets or something like that, that for the most people, you're never going to get close to hitting. But for a lot of people, especially gamers and people hanging out with us here on Twitch and streamers, we are using up a lot more of that data. So Tim Berners-Lee and the World Wide Web Foundation is kind of working on a solution for this, right? Now, you can support this solution by going to the World Wide Web Foundation website and reading up on it and a lot of the different projects that they're working on there. But specifically, just to break down a little bit of what they're doing, they're working on the idea of pods, right? These pods being able to store content that's controlled by the owner. So basically, a website like owner would have a pod where he controlled who was able to access his information or his website. So you wouldn't have to pay an ISP to get access to the pod. Instead, like that pod would be free and open to anyone who they allowed to use it. So kind of an interesting concept. It makes you wonder how long it's going to be before someone charges for access to their pod. But, you know, it's all baby steps. You know, like life is complicated enough where it's difficult at times to hit that solution right on the head. But what do you think of something like that, Aur3llia? Do you think that's an interesting concept, or?
I feel like it's interesting on paper, but I think that we're going to kind of run into the same issue where eventually it's going to be like pay per pod, and it's going to become very selective, and then it's going to kind of like remove the whole like open source aspect of the internet.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a flawless solution, but you know, it might be something that they're able to regulate better, but also something they may not be able to regulate as well, because you're going to be talking about people having kind of personal access to that. So there are some other solutions they're kicking around, like almost having a socialized internet where everyone kind of pays a flat fee tax to the government or something like that, and then you get all the data you want. But again, you guys can head over to the World Wide Web Foundation, read more about each of those individual topics yourself, and find out which one you support, which ideas you like best. It's just my job to bring you a little bit of info you didn't hear before. But moving on, topic number 2 is he wanted the internet to be honest, and he really dislikes fake news and alternative facts. What do you think about that, Aur3llia, just in a nutshell?
I'm sorry, I was posting the World Wide Web, the freaking thing. So what was the question?
No worries. So he wanted the internet to be honest, like it was for him and his colleagues to share actual scientific information. And to him, the idea of fake news and alternative facts and celebrities being able to dominate those topics is something he wishes we could regulate better.
I think that a lot of people would have problems with that, because then you're kind of like doing content control.
Yeah.
While I think it originated very structured and had this idealistic view of like having honest things, it quickly like ran out of control because it is pretty unregulated, you know?
Right.
And so there's no real way to like control that without people feeling controlled.
Yes.
And at this point, it's kind of what the people want to see. Whoever gets the most searches at the top of Google, right?
Now, I think there is some responsibility for algorithms on the internet that push information from person to person.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a lot of what he's talking about, is the automated systems to push information because of popularity rather than kind of what you're looking for. But again, when we think in terms of exactly what you said, how do you regulate that from an AI basis? How do you tell someone this is popular, but it's also bullshit, don't send it to someone else? Like, that's going to be almost impossible to tell. So I understand, like, look, Quad God's on it. She's like, fake news is crap. Yeah,
well,
man.
Rich also brings up a good point, like, but who gets to decide what the real news is? Hello, 1984. Who gets to decide, like, the content, you know? It gets very sketchy very fast when it comes to regulating things.
It does. And like the solution we have here at the Power Hour of Love listed in a way that we can all help out is all of us can be a little more honest. But if we're going to ask celebrities and politicians to be, good luck. What are you going to do? Right? So the next up, he's got, this is, oh my gosh. Oh, man. For anyone who saw our ad earlier today that was like, Aur3llia will be live in studio, the number 3 thing he hates is clickbait. People luring people to websites or to different videos and things using falsehoods. Again, this is the thing about honesty and integrity. So you know, my bottom line is like, if we didn't have clickbait, no one would click on my videos on YouTube. I'm good with it.
Yeah, clickbait is going to happen because people figure out how to get views, how to work the system. So it's just something that's always going to be there. And
I definitely do not clickbait up my YouTube. That's just a joke, guys. But I do understand the principle behind it. I think I kind of love... She's like, no, it's terrible. Don't click on any of it. It's bad. You won't believe how awful the clickbait titles are. Oh, dude, I believe
Doctors hate him.
Hey, you know, like, there is something for like a catchy kind of news plug, because I definitely have one scrolling in the banner right now that you'll see when it rolls around. But it says Taco Bell sauce can save your life. And that's 100% true story, but it sounds clickbait as shit. But when we get to that in the news, you guys are going to be like, damn, Taco Bell sauce could save your life. So that's going to be fun. Stick around for the news. It's coming up in just a few minutes. All right. So the final thing that he really had a grievance with was he wanted it to connect people, not to tear them apart. So the influx of hatred and cyberbullying on the internet, trolling and things like that, is something he's vehemently against. Aur3llia, are you laughing super hard at that idea? Or did someone write something?
Clickbait. I hate clickbait. Check out this link to see how I really feel.
Esquire coming in hot. Comment of the night so far, dude. Nailed it. The reasons may surprise you. I love it. Hey, grab that link and shoot it to me in Discord, really. So, yeah, basically he's asking for the internet to be asshole free. So again, as soon as we figure out how to make life asshole free, we'll get right on it, bro.
So never.
Yep, exactly. But hey, you know what it is? You know what we can do here at the Power Hour Love? You know what Aur3llia can help us do with her fantastic channel, supporting charities and doing stuff like that, is we can not be assholes, guys. We can be good people. We can spread a great community. You can link up on Discord through Twitch. You can throw us a follow. You can find us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, anywhere you guys want to get connected with us and get in touch with us. I want to get in touch with you. So go ahead and reach out, guys, and we'll keep this community growing. We'll keep this positivity growing. We'll keep the love growing out there for all you beautiful people on Twitch, for all you people joining us on YouTube and out there on the Facebooks, man. We appreciate it, guys, and we're trying to just bring a little bit of positivity out in your life. So you know what? Be the kind of person that you want other people to be, whether they're it or not. And that, I think, is the best way, because like a wise man once said, Jim Jeffries, that if two people are just arguing and screaming at each other, a third person is going to look at them and see two assholes. But if one guy is yelling and screaming at you and you're trying to be nice to him and try to reason with him, everyone's going to realize who the asshole is real quick.
Treat others how you want to be treated, chat.
Absolutely. It's the golden rule. And with that, I think it's time for some Podunk news. Aur3llia, how do you feel about your first time ever hosting some Podunk news?
I'm so excited.
It's excited.
The Podunk news.
All right. Why don't you lead us in? You want to do like a fancy hand wave or something?
Podunk news.
I love how you guys can tell we super planned a ton of this out.
Do you want to do a hand wave? What's the stupidest thing I can do live? Bing.
I know. Do you want to do a hand wave? I don't know any hand waves. Shit. I don't normally do hand waves. I'm an internet person. I'm normally just like
click, 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 click.
You just drag on the little icon, and then it gives you separate options, and one of them is a guy like... Can we get the hey guys in the chat out there? That one's like one of my favorite emotes. I never use it because I never do that, but... All right. Well,
let's crack into it, Bandito.
Absolutely, man. You want to tell these beautiful people what the Podunk News is all about, Aur3llia?
I think you could do a better job than I can. It's your show. Come on now.
I know, but I do it all the time. Just try to make sure I don't, I give you some talking space there. You know,
man, that's a bad idea. There we go. They're throwing the emojis in the chat. We got some Kaimos. We got some normal ones.
Absolutely. Oh, the Kaimos. Beep. Love it. But the, yeah, you know, like I didn't bring you on just to look pretty. We want your opinion on stuff. It's fine. But
the Podunk News is all about what's going on in the world, good or bad, sometimes, but mostly good all the things that are going on, the main headline stories.
You got it. See, perfect description, guys. This is us. We're going to tell you about the top stories of the week, the latest and greatest stuff going on in your crazy-ass podunk world. So, of course, first up, the Fortnite dance lawsuit has been dismissed. That's right. You can dance the rights away. Dance the rights away. Actors, right, like Alfonso Rivera, right, who, famous for his Carlton dance, right? He was suing Fortnite in a giant class action suit with a whole ton of other people, like the kid who invented the floss and stuff like that. They all got together to sue Epic Games for using their dance moves as emotes without giving them any sort of royalties or kickbacks. So, of course, they all filed suit together and filed copyright claims for their particular dance moves. But in a Supreme Court ruling last week, it turns out that the Supreme Court decided that you cannot sue on the grounds of a copyright that has yet to have been awarded. So since these copyrights are still technically pending and being kind of adjudicated on, then I shouldn't be saying that. Holy shit, I just said a fancy lawyer word with Esquire in the chat. He's going to bust my balls on it, I'm sure. No, he's a super nice guy. I appreciate you being there. But
no comment, he says.
No comment. Yeah, I'm sure I'm messing this all up. But basically, right, the person suing them, in charge of the class action lawsuit for all these celebrities, willingly dropped the suit under the understanding that the lawsuit will resume once copyrights are awarded, right? What kind of gets Epic off the hook for right now is the fact that dance moves are typically very difficult to trademark or obtain a copyright for. So we'll have to see how that rolls around in the future, but for right now, Epic Games is off the hook, but they really need to be getting it together in case this comes back to bite them because, that could be quite a pretty penny that they have to shell out for that. So what do you think about Fortnite dance emotes? Do you think they should just get rid of them, or?
There's no way that they can get rid of them. I have a feeling if they start getting in super hot water, they're probably just going to spice them up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then make them their own. But there's no way. Like, they've become such a pivotal thing in social media and like a lot, like how people dance and act and what's trending, there's no way they can just take them out entirely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's such a huge part of the game at this point that people are going to want to have a lot of fun with it. But do you think people will start having less fun with it if they're not using these sort of meme-worthy signature dance moves?
I mean, for sure. It'll probably kill the game.
Yeah.
Honestly, like think about like what you do when you like win or when you're like being super BM in a game, right? You spam your emotes, you teabag them, and you spam your dances. Like, it would kill Fortnite.
No doubt, man. Well, speaking of killing Fortnite, Apex Legends dropping its Battle Pass tomorrow, guys. Of course, it's got a new character in tow, this crazy cat right here called Octane, right? So Wild Frontier is going to be releasing tomorrow, right? Which is the title of the first season of the Battle Pass, which includes a variety of cosmetic items, will cost about 950 Apex coins, which is about $9.50. This will unlock Octane, right, who will seemingly be released alongside of launch. But again, this is mostly going to be cosmetic stuffs, like banners and poses and skins and things like that. One thing I'm kind of not a super fan of is that they do have a level progression to how you can unlock these different cosmetic things. But you can spend more money to just unlock the first 25 levels right away. So they have like, yeah, they have like a $30 pack where you get the first 25 levels of cosmetics right away. So again, it's just cosmetics, but I don't know. That one doesn't really sit right with me. What do you think of that, Ori? You sound like you had an opinion on it for sure.
Well, I mean, it's only cosmetics. It's not like it's going to make you better. But I think all games pretty much have a pay to win aspect.
Yeah, or like a pay to advance or level up sort of thing nowadays, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm not a super huge fan of it myself.
EA being EA, Sam says. I agree.
All right, next up in the news, we're going to be talking about James Gunn back in the driver's seat for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's right. He wrote the original script for it before getting fired last year in July for some ancient tweets he had made that were really offensive and kind of inconsiderate. But again, these were tweets he made, gosh, like 6 or 7 years ago, or 6 or 7 years before I think he made the first Guardians movie. I don't remember what it was. It was a long-ass time ago, long enough where you'd think people would kind of forgive and forget on this kind of stuff. But it was enough to get Disney to fire him. but Walt Disney Studios president Alan Horn reportedly met with James Gunn several times over the course of the past year and has since been persuaded by Gunn's public apology and the handling of the whole... You got a D20 cup? That's pretty dope. I like that. The whole aftermath, the whole fallout of him getting fired. Personally, I feel like there may have been a little bit of that, oh, hey, he's getting into the Warner Brothers with that Suicide Squad movie that we talked about last week on the show, that they might have been like, damn, man, let's not lose this guy out to DC. Let's keep him around. But who knows? You know, obviously, this has been kind of a big issue lately with people saying something and then taking a lot of heat for it, getting fired from jobs, getting blacklisted, just a lot of weird stuff like that. And I understand, if you say something messed up, you got to apologize for it. But we're getting dangerously close into this era of apologies not being good enough, of people being judged on one action, whether instead of the culmination of their actions. I mean, everyone gets a little pissed, a little offensive sometimes, and especially James Gunn, who was mostly making those comments out of jest, really with no malice backed behind it. I was surprised that he got into so much hot water that he did. But this seems like kind of a step in the right direction. What are your thoughts on that as a streamer, as someone who fulfills a lot of content every week? Do you feel like that's something you're worried about? I mean,
whatever you put out there on the internet, even if you delete it, it's still out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think what happens is a lot of the times, especially with content creators, they start out just kind of doing their thing with their friends. They have their personality with their friends. And then when they get big, they kind of sometimes change not necessarily their personality, but their content.
Yeah.
They adjust it to what's, like succeeding.
Right.
And then people will dig and dig and dig and dig because they love their content creators, and then they'll pull this stuff out from 6 or 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately it's going to come out somehow. And I think how you handle it in the present is much more important than who you were in the past.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a great point that, there's a lot of people who started off trying to be edgy to get attention and then worked their way into a more family-friendly atmosphere because it's a larger market with more money. So while a lot of people kind of look at that and they're like, oh, dude, that guy sold out and now he's just being a sissy, you're like, no, that guy's doing smart business. It's just business. It is what it is. But when people go back and say like, oh, look at what a jerk he used to be, you're like, well, keep in mind he was catering to a different audience then. Mm-hmm. So especially as comedians and actors and streamers and personalities, like, I think we should have a little bit of leeway. Of course, not total leeway, because there are some people who get really way out there. But there should be a modicum of forgiveness and people's apology having some sort of merit where they can say, judge me for the person I am in a span of time relevant to the current. That's, it's difficult to say, let's judge someone on every act they ever made their whole life without knowing where they were at the time or what was going on or anything like that, So I agree with you.
Cool. We got some interesting comments in the chat too.
What do we got?
Rich says, everyone takes life too seriously. No one is getting out of here alive.
No doubt. Excellent point, Rich.
And then Tuscan Raider mentioned Chris Hardwick. And then Jay said, that's like someone can't become president because of something they did that when they were 15 to 20 years old.
Yeah.
Demo said, accountability is good. However, there's a certain point upon which people can change and grow. Opinion as opposed to actual crimes is also something to note.
Yeah, see, but also Demo brings up a good point. Accountability. Like, if you apologize for something or you served your time for something, you shouldn't get written off. If you tried to make yourself better, we should acknowledge that change and kind of give people a second chance. When people definitely repeatedly burn you, you can't do nothing about that. But second chances is something everybody needs in life. I mean, there's no perfect people walking around. I haven't met one of you.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So, although, throw me that high five. Hit me. Yeah. So we're so close, it's scary, but whatever. All right, moving on to our next topic. Interesting stuff, though, tonight, guys. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all you beautiful people hanging out with us out there. But last but not least, Taco Bell. Sauce may save your life.
Bless the Taco Bell sauce. Get some emojis in the chat for Taco Bell.
If you got some taco emotes, let's see them. Teleporting high five, Esquire. You know it, man. Reality broken. So a few weeks back, a man survived for 5 days by eating nothing but Taco Bell hot sauce packets while he was trapped in a perilous situation.
Yikes.
Early this morning, a man in Winter Haven, that's right here in Florida, he got up from his chair to get some hot sauce when seconds later, a vehicle struck the building right where he was sitting up against that window. So look at that. 2 instances where having some Taco Bell sauce or trying to get some Taco Bell sauce totally saved these people's lives. What do you think of that, Aur3llia?
I mean, I'm just saying, Taco Bell sauce is the new meta for life, okay? I'm just saying.
Guys,
put that in your panic room.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Get it in your fallout shelters. Get it in your bunkers, man, because you never
Florida
know.
man at it again.
Hey, what do you think of my caption, Aur3llia? I'm really proud of this one.
Run into the border.
Yeah. You know, that was their slogan, right? Is run for the border for Taco
I can't eat fast food.
Okay, I thought you'd seen a commercial once in your life. Never mind.
I don't have
Ad
TV.
blocker. Ad blocker. It's fine. All right, so let's move on to some local love. What do you think of that? So local love is typically where we like to tell you guys about an event that you just might find the Power Hour of Love hanging out at. So if you find yourself in the neighborhood of this event, feel free to come on by and say hi to the Power Hour. All right, so this week we're talking about the Wrecked Gamer Lounge, right? They're having a Super Smash doubles tournament down at Lost Weekend in West Palm Beach. That's going to be Sunday night, March 24th from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. This is a 21 and over event. It's $6 tournament entry at the door, and there's an $8 entry for all you can play gaming on all the other consoles that are available at the Wrecked Gamer Lounge. The Lost Weekend is going to have $2 drafts on select beers, and the tournament itself is going to start at 8:30. So sounds like a super ton of fun. Like you were telling me last week, there really is a pretty big Smash culture here, so super fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
you guys have the biggest Smash scene in America.
If any of you beautiful people out there are looking to check out some Smash, you know where I'm going with this, Aur3llia. Where can they go and find some cool Smash stuff?
Twitch.tv/Chimera_0. Oh.
You know it, man. Guys, go check out our boy Chimera. He is the best, dude. And let me tell you, the guy's doing something right. I checked into his chat over the weekend. He had 260-some people in there.
He got a thick raid.
He's doing something right, man. So, yeah, get over there. Check him out, man. Tell him the Power Hour Love sent you. Tell him Aur3llia sent you, because that'll probably mean more than me sending you.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, it would mean more if someone told me you sent them. I'd be like, hell yeah, that's dope.
Well, that's nice. Thanks.
Yeah. If they tell them the Power Hour sent you, you're like, those chuckleheads, they don't know what they're talking about.
Everyone loves you. Shut up. Get some emojis in chat for fall. He's feeling a little sad today, apparently.
No, I'm just clowning.
We love you.
Well, thank you, man. So last but not least in the news here, we've got the headlines. These, of course, are the rapid fire segment of the news where we just give you guys the headline of the latest and greatest stuff going on because it was typically such a big story. You probably heard about it anyways, but we feel like we should mention it at the very least. Aur3llia, you want to take down some of these headlines for us? What do you think?
That's a lot of pressure.
Under pressure.
You do it.
Down
I'll just help.
You'll just help? Okay. Oh, hey, that's good, man. All right. So first up, we're talking about Marvel's first movie with an Asian lead character is moving forward. That's right. Shang-Chi has a new director, Destin Daniel Cretton. After that, there's an idiot sandwich for sale, man. Gordon Ramsay talks about the iconic meme that has changed his life.
I'm an idiot sandwich.
Oh, man. So this 2015 meme, a lot of people don't realize, is not actually something Gordon Ramsay did. This is a sketch that he did on a talk show. So it's not really real. He didn't do this in Hell's Kitchen and totally like dump on somebody. But it has become so popular that when you go to his Las Vegas restaurants, you can actually buy an idiot sandwich set of earmuffs now.
That is marketing genius, Gordon Ramsay. Win.
Yeah, and he said that he actually came up with this because so many people have asked him to put bread on their head so they can take a photo with him.
Yeah, man. I mean, whenever you're a meme, you know you won, right? You just got to capitalize off it at that point, the marketing.
Dude, fantastic. The minute these go online, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get a pair. It's super fun. All right. So next up, Netflix with its secret data. We've mentioned to you guys a number of times how Netflix does not share its viewership data, right? But looming competition and mounting pressure from entertainment industry and tracking efforts from media, right, is pushing Netflix to actually open up for the first time ever. So we may very soon see some actual numbers and statistics on Netflix shows. But we all have to keep in mind that Netflix has a super ton of our personal information. So it's a little bit scary to see what and how they might share that information. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Did you know that you've watched 6 days of this show? Did you know that you've watched
Did
Netflix
you know you watched
for
30
36
days?
hours straight?
Wait, what did we watch for 36 hours straight?
Anything for 36 hours straight, I think, is considered a problem.
I was going to say Scrubs. You watched Scrubs for 36 hours. What are you doing, man? Trying to be a doctor. What do you want? All right, last but not least, we've got the education scandal out here. Lori Loughlin, Felicity Huffman getting some pretty major heat, as well as a number of other celebrities who are actually being prosecuted for, falsifying records and paying money to get their kids into colleges and stuff. And our only report on this is like, did anyone think this wasn't happening? Like, did you think this was not a thing?
It's literally been there since college existed, right? People just kind of don't want to talk about it. But I think, like, with all the media and all the press and all the people talking about it and how many big names are involved with it, like, let's be real, it's probably not going to go away.
Yeah.
But at least it is getting a little bit of notability.
Well, what I don't get is, like, these are private institutions. They're not like, I mean, yeah, they're supported a little bit by the government, but you still pay to go there. So, like, isn't that capitalism in a whole? If you pay more money, you get better service. I don't know. Either way, the interesting thing I found about this story is that they keep referring to it the exact same way in every article I read, which is that it's the largest scandal ever prosecuted. So it's not the largest scandal they know about or have ever seen or reported on. It's just the biggest one that they actually prosecuted. So you're like, well, that's nice. But hey, baby steps, I guess. We'll have to see where it ends up. I'm pretty sure most of these Hollywood cats, if they can pay $500,000 to get their kid into a college, they're probably not worried about spending a couple bucks on a lawyer to get this thing thrown out.
No way.
Yo, man, am I going to get a sip of that or what?
It's water.
No,
it's also being green screened out.
I'm over here.
Oh, fuck. Shoot. Sorry.
Very tasty. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so we're back in studio now, guys, to talk about the best websites of the last 30 years. That's right. We've put together a list of what me and Ori felt were the top 5 most impactful websites on our personal lives and on the people that we know and love around us. And we came up with this list, and we wanted to share it with you guys and talk to you a little bit about each of these pretty awesome websites just for a little bit of fun. And we want to know what all you beautiful people think about these awesome websites.
Oh, was I supposed to add anything to that?
You can feel free to add stuff.
Oh, no,
like.
sorry. I was distracted by chat, but it was very quiet. I was like, what was the question? I wasn't listening.
No, it's all good. So top 5 websites in history. We're going to round it in with our number 5 pick here, Match.com. Now, of course, we're kind of using this as a representation, as a stand-in for all dating services that you can use online, whether people want to use OkCupid or Plenty of Fish or eHarmony or Christian Mingle or
FarmersOnly.com.
I was going to say Ashley Madison, but sure, let's go with that. That's a more respectable one, isn't it? That laugh lets me know you know the website I'm talking about, which is messed up, dude. It's messed up, dude. Just saying. I looked it up for this article. How did you know? How did you know about it?
We don't need to talk about that.
All right. So
Tinder, yeah, Tinder, man.
Yeah, Tinder, Grindr, all those websites, Bumblebees, whatever you got. So around since 1995, an online dating service whose inception began in 1993 when it was originally designed to distribute online classified ads from the newspaper. So it was basically taking newspaper classifieds ads and hosting them online. But that quickly shifted into helping people make more screened and interest-matched interpersonal connections, culminating in a service that today operates in 25 countries and boasts tens of millions of members. So what are your thoughts on online dating as a whole, Aur3llia? Have you ever done it? Do you want to share that information? You certainly don't have to. I can tell cool stories about it.
No, you're good. I've tried it. I mean, it...
Dude, DJ Napalm with the yee-haw, want to see my goat? 10 out of 10.
I'm screaming.
10 out of 10.
That pretty much sums it up right there, I think.
I think it's fantastic that you can search for a small window of people that have the same common interests that you do. But I think it's terrible when you use it and realize that you are the weirdest effing person around and no one has the same interests you do.
Yeah, I think that it's another like one of those things that's in theory it's really great, but sometimes it's not always good in like its conception.
Yeah.
I think it works for some people, doesn't work for other people. I mean, as far as just like online relationships, not even like romantically, I've like all the people in my chat are like my best friends. Yeah. I think that you can build meaningful relationships with people, you know, online. And the kind of dating world of that is just another little branch of it.
Yeah, it's just an extension of that, you know, because like you're saying, in real life, we do the same thing. We make connections with people oftentimes that we just randomly bump into or get paired up with in situations. Yeah. Then we become friends and we build relationships from there. So I do think there's a little bit of a reverse psychology to dating websites where you're looking to skip over part of that and get right in to someone that you feel like you're going to have a connection with based on basically nothing other than them saying that they like the same stuff you do, which I have to say, I've known lots of people who like Zelda or Skyrim or Fallout and they suck as people and I don't want to hang out with them. So just because you have the same interest doesn't mean you're a great match. But like you said, you can build relationships and meet people online, but it's more about talking to them and understanding them as a person more than just interests and matched interpersonal connections. Yeah,
it's no different than meeting someone at a bar.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, the internet and social media and online integrated in our lives.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like there's a concern for people misrepresenting themselves online more so than in real life?
I think that it's a full possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's easier to be someone different behind a keyboard, right?
Right.
I think that the type of people that typically do that do the same thing IRL, right? You can pretend to be like a super sports person in real life and really be a closet gamer, you know? Like,
no, good point. As a girl in a bar, you've probably met a lot more cowboy millionaire astronauts than I have. So.
Oh yeah, I work for NASA. Oh, do you now? Yeah. Where's NASA's headquarters? Oh.
I drive a motorcycle, but I just stole this like Mitsubishi for now because it's in the shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think people that are gonna be someone they're not are gonna be someone they're not, whether IRL.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just easier to be someone you're not online, I think.
Yeah, catfishing and stuff like that, sure. But I love it, dude. Demo coming in 100% compatibility with fall, as always.
Well, did you see Jay's comment?
No, what did he put up there?
Jay said, I met Power Hour online and couldn't be happier.
We've been together since 2008. There you go. Aur3llia, you got real quiet on that comment. What happened right there? You're just like,
I'm not going to say cool, anything to anything, okay?
No judgment. No judgment. I doubt
what that. What a coincidence. I'm also a Nobel Prize winner. That's from Fire. Nobel. I figured as much. I wasn't going to misconstrue your words, though.
No
What's
doubt.
Next?
All right. Next up, why don't you go ahead and read out this one, Aur3llia? Hit it.
Reddit! I'm obsessed with Reddit. So online forums have been around since the internet's inception. In that sense, Reddit is just the modern face of what began as dial-up discussion boards. Reddit arrived in 2005, and it folds in social news curation, making it a combination of story and reaction hubs. That notion of melding interesting, obscure, or hot button topics with fan communities has proven so popular that it's lured hundreds of millions of users, and they generate tens and billions of page views annually. It gave a rise to the site slogan that plausibly reads the front page of the internet, which is so true.
Absolutely, man. This is the place to go when you really want a community opinion. You know, you can post things on there and people can upvote them immediately, and you can get a really good gauge on a huge like focus group, you know, that can tell you, and you can find a lot of people that have similar interests. I have to say my favorite thread on Reddit I ever found was different ways that Avengers Infinity War could have ended. And it was just reading all sorts of things about Ant-Man getting shot on the tip of an arrow by Hawkeye into the side of Thanos' head, but then he would grow really huge and blow his head up, and like all sorts of crazy stuff like that. But just people being able to tag and expound upon the same information. You often see this in a lot of like funny, hey, this is a dumpster fire thing, you know, where someone's like, oh yeah, I just cooked this fish in my dishwasher. And you're like, dude, that's a washing machine. And they're like, bro, that's a dryer, you know, and it just goes down the rabbit hole of just crazy stuff. So
yeah, there's a Reddit for everything. And if it's not on Reddit, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that about sums it up. So we'll head on to our next super popular website. Throw down some emotes in the chat if you're a Reddit fan. All right.
If I don't see more than 5 emotes, I'm disappointed in you guys.
Okay, well, next up is apparently still number 4 because math is hard.
Math is hard. It's more than 2.
Yeah. I'm going to say this is your slide that you sent over.
Yeah, I totally screwed up numbers. My fault, guys.
Okay, so this is eBay, right? Now, Amazon may run the world's biggest online store today, but we have to credit eBay for the popularization of the idea of an open marketplace for buyers and sellers. eBay, which began its life also in 1995 as auction web, right, forever altered the way the world passed along and monetized used goods, right? It paved the way for modern e-retailers like Etsy, which lets anyone sell their crafts or run a small business online. This, of course, also means that eBay absolutely popularized and mainstreamed the idea of nostalgia, right? When eBay first was popping and people wanted to sell all these bullcrap knickknacks in their house, it became this sort of mad grab of people who said, I remember that from when I was a kid. I want that. And before you knew it, an Alf lunchbox was selling for $700, you know? That has since sort of tapered off, but that idea of nostalgia seems to have ingrained itself into so much of the culture that we have today, both in films and in movies and things like that. Well, films and movies are the same thing. Let's go with films and television and books, you know, where a lot of people touch base back on things that they loved as a kid. Do you have any thoughts on eBay? Have you ever been an eBay seller?
No, I have not been an eBay seller, but I know one of my friends, when she went on maternity leave, she started collecting old electronics, soldering the gold off of that, and then selling the gold on eBay.
Nice. That's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
So, guys, let us know in the chat. Look at those eBays, those emotes from Tuscan Raider out there. We appreciate it, man. But what do you guys feel about eBay out there in the chat? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you use it anymore? I think one of the interesting things about eBay is that we can kind of couple it with the creation and prominence of PayPal. Because, of course, PayPal was created as a way of people being able to securely send money on eBay. But PayPal got popularized to so many other websites and is used on almost every website now that it like split from eBay because it made so much more money than eBay, that it split from them and it now is its own entity that's used worldwide. So that's kind of awesome because I think we all kind of know and trust PayPal. What do you think of that, Aur3llia? Are you a big PayPal fan?
I use PayPal. I mean, I kind of have to because I sell all my friends and donate to them.
No doubt, guys. And if you are looking for a way that you can use your PayPal today, feel free to head down on our dashboard here and click that donation panel where you can check out Aur3llia's charity for 8-bit the 8-bit salute for Operation Supply Drop, where you guys can help some soldiers downrange out in the field, and they help put some video games in their hands. Of course, Aur3llia, a charity streamer, is doing this campaign till the end of March and is really hoping to reach a $700 goal, which he's only about $150 away from, thanks to some awesome donations from our viewers tonight. So if you guys have $1, $5, $2 you want to throw via PayPal over to that Tiltify campaign.
I'm sorry. I just refreshed my page. Lee donated $100.
Oh my gosh.
Said, happy birthday, Charles.
Oh, look at that. Okay, that's the fam coming in freaking hot right there. There's some we throw you a bit of donation up for that. That is pretty awesome. Thank you so much. I'm sorry we didn't catch that sooner, but I will absolutely clip this and send it to you. You're the best. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you.
Here is some love. Always coming in hot with some charity love.
I'm only $30 away.
$30 away, guys. Come on. Can we hit $30 in the next 20 minutes of the show? Be pretty outstanding. If everyone in chat right now threw $2, we could hit $30.
I might cry.
Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool stuff. Thank you guys for the Power Hour representing, man. Super great. Astro, you don't have to throw $2. I'll give you a pass. Everyone else can throw $2 in there. But thank you guys so much just for hanging out with us. Again, if you share Aur3llia's Twitch stream on any social media that you guys may have, she's always doing charity streams. This is a super cool one, of course, that supports our troops and also will help us see Aur3llia in some fancy rainbow hair. And we're only $30 away from that. And hopefully she'll pair up with Astro and we can see the two of them hanging out with some funky colored hair. So thank you so much for that, Severed Astronaut, for your contribution to that and for taking up that mantle and for throwing down that blue hair, man. It's been super fun hanging out with you and checking out that blue hair, dude. So good on you. Guys, come on, throw $1, throw $2, man. Be an absolute nutcase and go throw $30. We love it. If you can't, it's fine. We get it. You know, we love you guys either way. But it'd be fun. So, yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Here, I'll pop it down. Oh my gosh. And everyone, back to the eBay. Sorry, let me derail you and then link you back. They were talking about how eBay is also susceptible to a lot of scams. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, as an eBay user for a long time, yes, I have definitely seen that where you'll order a product and it's like a photo of the thing that you wanted. But that's what was the actual photo of the item. So when you go back and like complain to eBay, they're just like, well, dude, you bought a thing that was clearly a picture of another thing. But you're like, okay, dude, but come on. Like the description wasn't that, and you have to fight with it, which is kind of why PayPal was invented, to be able to circumvent a lot of that fraud, you know? So I'm not a fan of that. I think that definitely sucks, and it has kept me away from eBay and steered me more towards a more expensive retailer, especially considering a lot of eBay just sells brand new items now, as opposed to used stuff. And you're like, if I'm going to buy something brand new, I want to get it like guaranteed from a Walmart or an Amazon or something. So I do feel bad. I don't mean to knock eBay for that, but they did kind of let that get out of hand and burned a lot of people on it. So anyone in chat who threw that down, I super feel you.
Yeah.
Golden Girl Bell, thank you for showing up out there. I'm trying. Throw the link in chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
You want to throw $1, $2, whatever, that's cool, man. We love you either way. If you just want to share this channel out on your social media, or not this channel, Aur3llia's channel, go ahead and hit that exclamation point mod down there so people can check out your channel as well. Throw you a follow so that they can stay posted when you're doing some more cool, fun charity events. Selling a copper bust of Abraham Lincoln. Yes, dude, yes. Did you ever catch that one, Aur3llia?
No.
Okay, so for $5...
Napalm donated $20.
Hey, Napalm. Coming in hot, buddy. We're going to get you some donut. There you go. Some dono hype. Thank you so much, my dude. You're the best. We can't wait to see you spin some records. So, Aur3llia.
Squire donated $30.
Squire. Oh, my gosh.
We have rainbows.
Epic. Epic. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. We can't thank you enough for that. For making that happen on the Power Hour, man. Just makes me so proud that the Legion of Love out there, that my Legionnaires could come through and totally just hook it up and blow this out of the water, man. It's so hot. If you're out there still trying to process your donation, don't feel like...
Astro donated $20.
Of course he did, because he's the best. We love you, dude. Make sure to check out all of these amazing people, right? As soon as Aur3llia composes herself, she'll be sure to shout all of you beautiful people out.
Yeah.
And make sure that we spread some love and we throw some follows out there. Guys,
Oh my god.
epic. Super cool. Thank you so much for helping make that happen on the Power Hour Love. Legion of Love coming in hot. You guys are fucking beautiful. I love it.
Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm not a crier. I don't know why I'm crying.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's exciting, man. It's exciting and it's awesome. Like I was trying to say, if you're still trying to process your donation, dude, feel free. Just because we hit the 700 doesn't mean that it still won't go to this amazing cause to help our troops all over the world. Troops recovering, like recovering veterans who are suffering from PTSD. This helps them get games and get in communities where they can play games with some friends and help deal with their problems. They put games in the hands of active servicemen and women who are injured in hospitals and in recovery so that they have something to do while they're recovering, something to kind of take their mind off things and make things feeling awesome. So much love in the stream tonight. You're absolutely right, Demo. X-Squire is saying, show me those juicy tears.
Oh my god, thank you guys so much. I'm freaking so happy.
Outstanding, guys. Super good job. 10 out of 10 for the Power Hour of Love, the Legionnaires out there tonight. All you guys are going to be getting hit in our dashboard. If you guys notice at the very bottom, we have a list of our Legionnaires that we love, our streamer friends out there who are making a difference, spreading the positivity and spreading the love on their channel. I will make sure to include all you beautiful people down there for your support for this charity, for your support for this channel, for your support for Aur3llia and what she does for charity, for spreading the freaking love. You guys are the bestest.
Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry, I don't have more to say. I'm just like...
Demo, but can we break 1,000?
Oh my god.
Oh
god, I would die. You're amazing.
Thursday.
Thank you, Legion. I cannot thank you guys enough. Holy cow.
Mr. Fusion getting that shout out there. Thank you so much,
I'm trying
Mr.
to
Fusion.
catch everyone.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. We've only got a little bit of the show left. We know we're hanging a little bit late with you guys, but we're having too much fun, spreading too much love. We're not going to let you beautiful people go. And I'll tell you what, we're going to run through the last two. And if we still got some cats in here, you want to do just a hair bit of Q&A? Let some people ask you some questions, or?
Yeah, I'd be down for whatever. Nice. We can go into the late night show.
For all you beautiful people hanging with us, man.
We have a lot of friends. We have so many friends.
We're at your disposal, of course. All right, let's move on to number 2. What do you think?
YouTube?
Yes. Do you want to read that one, or you need a minute?
I'll read it, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh gosh. In retrospect, watching videos on the internet seems obvious. Monitors are basically tiny flat screen TVs. But I'm literally trying to position myself for the mic. There we go. It took YouTube to show the world that anyone could be a video star. Just as early blogging platforms made everyone a critic, YouTube, followed by Instagram and Snapchat, turned anyone with a smartphone into a video publisher. The impact has been immeasurable, both for better and worse. YouTube makes it easy to entertain ourselves, learn new skills, or keep in touch with far-flung friends. But it can also be a haven for word and hate speech. Why'd you put a hard word in there? A problem the Alphabet-owned site still continues to grapple with.
Nailed it. Absolutely, guys. So yes, YouTube, I think we've all taken a moment to check out something on YouTube, and a lot of us cut our teeth over there on YouTube and had some fun with things like that. Up to 770, thanks to Rich out there.
Gosh,
man,
Rich, thank you so much.
Look at that.
$30.
$30 more from Rich. Thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. So crazy. Thank you so much. Dabs on dabs.
Oh my
absolutely.
god, Demo just donated $60.
Oh!
Hi.
Putting us well over the 800 mark at this point. You guys are crazy.
Oh my god, hold on. I have to do shouts. Holy cow, we're at 830.
830, guys. Outstanding. So much love in the chat.
Thank you, guys. Oh my god.
We batting 1,000, boys, Demo says. you guys go nuts. We appreciate every single cent that you guys send us, because not only does it absolutely devastate Aur3llia, as you can see, but it's such a great cause, such a worthy cause to be out there supporting the troops and helping those people out and spreading a little bit of love out in the world, man. It's what we here at the Power Hour are all about. So what do you think of that, Ori?
I agree. You guys are like showing me so much love personally, just from like representing my charity. Oh my god, I'm sorry. But also because like all I want to do is spread the love and make people happy. And when I find amazing organizations like this, I just want to help them so much. And it's because of you guys that I'm able to help them. And all of you are helping them too. And I'm just like, I'm in shock. You guys have raised so much money and it's just going to such a good cause. I just can't thank you enough. Like, for real. I'm not a crier. But...
What's funny is I think so many of us out here in the chat are people who go and hang out on your stream on a regular basis. And it's entertaining and it's fun and it's inclusive and it's welcoming and it's humble and it's exciting. And, for all that you do on your stream, to know that you're doing it for these organizations to promote this charity, not yourself, not to make any money yourself, not to become rich and famous, but because you want to do a little bit of something to give back to the world, is an amazing thing. And I think we all see that each time we're in your channel and watching your stream. And, for me personally, it's a great way for us to say thank you for what you do and to encourage you to keep doing what you do. Because, I've joked about this off stream a whole bunch with Aur3llia, but when we talk outside of stream and stuff like that, I'm always kind of awed by your inclusiveness and your kindness. And I've oftentimes, I've said that you're kind of the best of us. You're one of those people I've met that I'm like, yes, you give me hope for the future of mankind. They will not all just be shitbags like me. But
well, thank you.
All of you beautiful people out there, I'm sure feel in some realm or capacity the same as I'm saying. And yeah, it's our way of saying thanks for what you do, and to be able to help out the amazing causes that you bring to our attention. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for just helping me and bringing our communities together. Like, your shit is amazing, and I'm so it goes both ways for sure.
No doubt, man. Well, thank you to all you beautiful people out there, man.
Thank you guys.
It's just outstanding show of support and show of love tonight. We got so many beautiful emojis down there in the chat. Demo coming in with some hot emojis. Esquire. Man, DJ Napalm coming in. Thank you guys so much. Just absolutely amazing. Life Reboot hanging out in the chat with us. Whoa, where are you going there?
All right, read Google.
Read Google, she says. All right, let's do Google.
Spoiler alert, it's Google.
It's Google. There you go. Last but not least, since its arrival in 1998, Google has become so ingrained in our vernacular that the Merriam-Webster dictionary added it as a transitive verb. The multinational tech firm has become synonymous with the notion of researching anything, so much so that none of us in the last 10 years have said, let's look it up online. We all say, let's Google that. It remains the web's most pervasive search tool, accounting for 97% of all mobile search engine traffic and 79% of desktop search engine use. So if any of you want to have a fun little experiment right now, click on your Bing, pull it up, type in Google, and you'll notice that it's going to pop up something along the line. I'm pretty sure it's Bing. Will pop up something along the lines of, hey, you can search for stuff right here, but are you gonna? No, you're not. You're going to head on over to Google and check it out. And we have to say that the algorithm that they wrote to be able to help connect us to the things that we're actually looking for has been pretty stellar for not only searching up websites, but as the internet has expounded into things like directions, phone number finding, restaurant critiquing. Google has just expounded this in so many ways that it has really helped unify the internet and get people looking in the right direction for the things that they want. So 10 out of 10 for Google, man. It's really our number one favorite website. What do you think of Google, Aur3llia?
If I didn't have Google, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
How many times have you looked up ways to keep your cat from smashing into your webcam?
Anti crazy meds for cats. That's probably my top search. How to clean keyboard after severe spill of liquid from cat.
Yeah, absolutely. Over the weekend. Just ask Jeeves. You got it, DJ Napalm. Just ask Jeeves. You're fine. Nakin, thank you so much. Is that how you say that, Nakin? Hi, Aur3llia, and thank you for the welcome. Nakin, we appreciate you joining us tonight, man. We're just kind of wrapping up the show, but I think we're going to take a few extra minutes to hang out with all you beautiful people after we've counted down the history of the internets, our top 5 favorite websites, and celebrating the World Wide Web's 30th birthday.
That's right, 'cause it's my birthday.
But more so than that, we are super excited to hang around with you guys for a few extra minutes and spread some love thanks to the amazing response that we got for Aur3llia's charity tonight. Why don't you go ahead and throw out that number again? What are we looking at so far?
I'm going to refresh it right now. $830.
And
my goal was $700.
$830, guys.
You guys.
David J coming in hot saying Twitch crashed on me. No big deal, my man. We appreciate you hanging out with us one way or the other, trying to find us one way or the other, and for joining us tonight, man. So happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Power Hour Love. I'm actually going to hop off for the night. You have a great night. Thank you so much, my dude. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, I try not to mention it too much, but tonight is my birthday as well. So, Aur3llia, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to have you come in and hang out with me on my birthday, especially since Senior Bull couldn't be here. You know, it was nice to really get a fellow streamer in here and someone who's meant so much to the Power Hour Love. If you guys haven't noticed, she also works as our active moderator down there in chat. She's our #1 Twitch Legionnaire down there in our dashboard, and we wholeheartedly support her channel and her charity for the sole reason of the fact that we didn't know anything about Twitch when we started streaming to it about 8 months ago, and Aur3llia happened to find our channel and just shoot us a couple of messages, you know, and after about 3 months I responded to them when I was like, oh, we have a message thing on Twitch. Look, someone sent us a message like 3 months ago, and she was still kind enough to continue to talk to us and continue to watch our program dead cold, basically getting no interaction from us. But more so than that, when we finally did connect, she just said, hey, dude, let me show you what Twitch is all about. And I have met this amazing community because of it. And if it wasn't awesome enough to meet you and the amazing charity streamer that you are, getting to meet all of these beautiful people and these amazing Twitch fans that we have made, these Twitch icons that I love, these streamers that I am a fan of. You know, I love spending time with you guys as much as I love seeing you guys spend time with me, and I can't thank you enough for hanging out with us tonight and having some fun. And I can't thank you enough for all the support that you've given Aur3llia's charity. Again, I'm gonna throw that donor up one last time. Thank you guys.
So much.
Thank you. Now, did anyone have any cool questions for us? Or do you want Aur3llia to wrap up the show with a beautiful, heartfelt speech that I guarantee will last at least 90 seconds?
No, don't say 90 seconds. That's so long.
That's so long. I just talked for 4 minutes right there. It didn't seem like it, but I'm sure it was. Much love to all you guys. Thank you, Demo.
Yeah.
Thank you, J-Dog, man. Mr. Fusion again. Why don't you hit that list again just real quick verbally and throw some love? And
Yes, I would love to. I was going to ask if I could do that. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Oh, my goodness gracious. My cat is clawing me. Squire threw down $20 and said, great cause. Happy to help. Mr. Fusion donated $5.
Oh, hold on. Your mic cut out there for a second.
It's because my cat is attacking me.
It's okay. I just didn't want us to miss somebody.
Mr. Fusion with the 5, Squire with the 20, Lee with the hundo, Squire with another 30, Astro with the 20, Rich with 30, and Demo with 60. You
guys are outstanding, amazing, man. Throwing some love out there.
Throwing some love.
Okay, Life Reboot has a good question. How did you get to South Florida so fast? And with your cat, too.
And with my cat. Through the wonders of the internet.
The World Wide Web. Absolutely. We figured for tonight's topic, what better than to have a guest via the World Wide Web. So throw me that high five, Ori. It's all about doing it quick. That's how we got it. 90 seconds, they said. Thank you so much. Tuscan Raider, thank you for joining us tonight. Super ton of fun, man. We're glad you enjoyed it. Spooky Butt coming in hot. Hey, guys.
In the house.
I'm popping in while I try to fix my Discord. No worries. We appreciate you stopping in. Spooky Butt, super great streamer who will be joining us this Wednesday. If you guys are so inclined to come back, we'll be having our Caribbean spring break fun gaming night where we will be rocking Sea of Thieves with Spooky Butt, and part of her crew is going to be a UK crew, and we're going to have some Americanos joining her to make a big 4-man banger, and we're going to be heading out for spring break, hitting the Caribbean, plundering, pillaging, doing some pirate stuff. We'll also be making mixed drinks, rum drinks, frozen drinks right here on the Power Hour, man. So it should be a super ton of fun. We invite you guys all for that on Wednesday, 7 p.m. special time, 7 p.m. because they're in the UK, right? So 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Come by, check us out, and get your pirate on. Yar.
Arg.
Yar. All right, guys. It looks like we are going to wrap things up for tonight. We're probably going to throw a nice raid, so stick around for that, where we're going to jump into another beautiful channel out there, spread some love to another amazing streamer. Demo wanted to know what we're doing if we hit 1,000. What are we doing?
God, I don't even know.
If we hit 1,000.
I have no idea. I would cry a lot, probably on stream.
What do you want, Demo? Just ask for it. For if we hit $1,000,
yeah, what do you want?
If we hit $1,000, I'll buy Aur3llia a weighted camera stand.
Yeah, so that my cat doesn't knock down. No, honestly, I would just be so freaking happy. I would definitely do some sort of poll, like a specialty night of some sort with like a ton of different games or Q&A or something like crazy. I would just want to like celebrate that so hard. Just because that's such an amazing feat, guys. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah. If we bashed into 1,000, we'd have to do something crazy, man.
Something crazy. Yeah. It would be a party. Like I would probably pick a day and do like a. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like someone clip it. Like
do a 24-hour stream.
Not 24, but 12 for sure.
Your mic cut out, so I had no idea. I was just guessing.
Oh, my mic cut out. Oh no, yeah. I said I would do a 12. Probably.
Are you just pushing a button and cutting your mic? I will do an hour stream.
12. 12. 1, 2.
We got you. We got you. No, it's all good. Cat is breaking the fourth wall over there. I know. We work so hard at this, and then he's just going to trash the whole thing. Freaking diva.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to pick a time to dye my hair and get my hair done as well. So we shall see. There are
so many rainbows. There are, man.
There are going to be 21. No, down on
21-hour stream. I saw a 121-hour stream. That's what I saw. Or what is that? A 1,212-minute stream. That's what you do. Perfect. Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Oh. All right. Well, do you have any final thoughts for the beautiful people out here? Do you want me to throw them any love? The keyboard is at your
all the love.
Control. All the love. Look at that. Dude, I never thought to do double love, but that was hot.
That was hot.
Yeah. Some double love together. That. There you go.
I just wanted to say, like, thank you for everyone. Thank you for everyone for just like supporting me and supporting the Power Hour and hanging out with us tonight and every night. I'm so blessed to have you guys in my life, and it's just awesome. Like everyone from the Legion has been so supportive, and you know, you guys welcome me in, and it's just been so amazing, and it's completely like changed my life. So you guys will just, I don't know, you're just amazing. And your stuff is so positive. It's why I stayed here in the first place and why I hung out with you guys, because you're positive and you have the most interesting and amazing content like out there right now. Like it's just so different and cool, and I don't know, I just feel lucky to have you guys in my life.
Oh man, well thank you so much. We're lucky for your, what's the word for it? Your presence in our life. You know, like you came in to our stream and just opened a whole new world for us. And we have been just super excited and super psyched about that ever since. So I'm glad that you enjoy our podcast enough where you welcomed us and helped us meet so many amazing people. I can guarantee that we're going to continue to hang out with you, help you out, support your charity streams, be the awesomest super stream team out there with all the beautiful people out there, and have a great time, because we're all the stream team together. All you Legionnaires, we're the Legion of Love out here, man. And we're going to spread that love until we get rid of the assholes on the internet, until we make the world a better place. And we're going to do it 1 hour at a time, right here at the Power Hour of Love. Aur3llia, I can't thank you enough for joining me tonight on my birthday, no less. The best gift you could have is your presence. That's why they call it that.
That's awesome.
So I super appreciate it. I'm super appreciative to all the amazing people out there. I could ask for no better gift than to see us cross the finish line on this amazing charity, to know that we're going to help so many men and women in the armed forces, and that we can make Aur3llia tear up a little bit. It's an extra special little treat. But no, it's amazing that we could support her and what she does. It's even more amazing that we can help all these troops in the process. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back Wednesday night playing some Sea of Thieves. Aur3llia is going to be back. Hang around her channel for updates on that, and you guys can find her. Again, if you'd like to vote in our continuing March Madness event, ! Vote in the chat. We'll get you guys a link to where you can vote in round 2, where we've narrowed it down to 4 games. Next week, we'll pick a winner. Whatever that winner is, we'll be doing a huge, epic level charity stream for in April as is. So we've just got tons of charity and tons of love coming at you every which way. And the fact that you guys hang with us and support us through all of that means more to me than I can properly express, even with double hearts. I think, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is my clip-worthy promise. I'm going to make a brand new love emote, I guess. Is that an emote for me? That's whatever. I'm going to make a brand new heart that's going to be a super heart. And we're going to have it next week for all you beautiful people and for all the amazing work that you have done and all the amazing support that you've shown us. But speaking of support, why don't we spread it around a little bit, you know? You know, you like to spread it once in a while. So let's spread some love with a nice raid that we get out there and find. Yeah, right there.
We've got a couple people.
Who do we got?
Do you want me to say some options from our friend group, or do you want me?
Yeah. Who do we got out there we can spread some love to?
So it looks like we've got Kaimo streaming Div 2.
Okay.
We've got Klopp streaming some Pecs.
All right.
We've got Nubbins streaming Naruto Shippuden.
Okay.
Fundraising and gaming time. And then that seems to be the majority of people on my list, I think.
All right. Well, who's your top choice, Aur3llia? You're in the driver's seat tonight. You're the co-host.
I don't know. It depends on what the people want.
Okay.
Just kidding. Now Nubbins is streaming Super Animal Royale.
Super Animal Royale. What do you guys think of that? Do we want to see some Super Animal Royale?
PAX, Tom Clancy's Div 2, or Super Animal Royale?
Was that a choice for me or for them, right? For them.
For the lovely, beautiful people out there, man.
We planned this so well. We're the best at planning all the things. So give us a 1 in chat if you wanted.
Div 2. A 2 in chat for Apex, and a 3 in chat for Super Animal Royale.
See that? We mathed. It's all good.
Quick maths. Got some Apex.
Oh, did people rather see Apex? Are we going to 3 for Apex?
We got some Tom Clancy. It looks like we're tied.
We're tied. Oh, man. You guys are going to hit us like that?
DJ throwing down some more 2s, some packs.
What are we seeing more of? 2s? Is that what we're getting? 2s?
3s. We got some 3s. You pick. You know what? Random picker. Hold on, I'm literally doing a random picker.
There you go. Let's do that because we apparently can't make, neither one of us make decisions. Perfect.
I'm not a decision maker. Squire coming in with that Fortnite meme. All right. Ready, 3. Chat?
Look at
Start.
That.